One, two, the cut down. We are going to be talking about the Huawei P50 series. Yes, Huawei. It feels strange having to talk about them again, man, because, you know, for a lot of reasons, as you follow the tech scene, man, you kind of know what's going on. Huawei, they've been hit hard. They've been hit hard. I felt for them. They've been hit quite hard with just the whole non-Google Play services and whatnot. So it's kind of made us feel like, you know, they've been forgotten about in some capacity, you know. So yeah, but they've announced their P50 series, which is the P50 Pro and the P50, and they are looking beastly. But there's some interesting decisions in terms of what they've decided to actually do in terms of the specifications as well. So I'm quite eager to see what people's take on it. Huawei don't miss when it comes to their P series. I remember the I think the P10 and the P10 Plus were one of the first phones that I actually reviewed on the Lover of Tech channel. That's the main channel. Go subscribe there as well. But welcome to the Cut Down channel. And obviously, if you enjoy videos like this, your chilled take on your weekly news for tech, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But yeah, man, I have a good soft spot, actually a big soft spot for Huawei, man, because in terms of smartphone innovation in the mobile scene, hardware-wise, they've really pushed the boundaries. And their P series is meant to be their new generational push and showcase for photography. That's what the P stands for. You've got the Mate series, which is kind of like an overall intake of their hardware technology and their new specifications internally, whether it's like their new current platforms or whatnot. But the P is meant for, you know, photography. So I'm really eager to see what they've done to really push things forward, because I remember they previewed this not long back, and you can see some big camera circular lenses at the back there. So I'm eager to see it. But yeah, man, Huawei have been hit hard. They've been hit hard, and it's good to see them pushing things out. There's an ounce of respect that I really give to them, because I think in this current state, you'll be thinking people will be like, oh, they'll throw in the towel on. They're sticking to it. They're sticking to it, man. They're not giving up for no one. They're not giving up for no one. So we're gonna have a look at it. We're gonna break it down, look at the specifications, learn more about the device. Then I'll share my 2 cents on it, cut down style, you know, kind of go into it a bit raw, but obviously organized as we like to do. So it's an interesting one, right? It's an interesting one for sure. But yeah, let's cut to it. We've got the Twitter browser here. Shout out to the homie M Kwan. And this is a tweet that I pretty much grabbed from him, and he's just put a little preview up of what we are getting when it comes to the P50 Pro. It says P50 Pro is coming. You got hands on with it, bro. How are you getting on hands? Listen, you're too exclusive out here, M-Quan, man. Come on. We're looking at the P50 Pro. It said it's coming. 6.6-inch OLED, 120 hertz. Huawei always have some weird resolutions, so we'll look deep into that. 450 ppi, 300 hertz touch sampling rate. You've got a 50 megapixel main sensor, 64 megapixel, 3.5x optical zoom, telescope. Then you've got a 40 megapixel with a time of flight and a 13 megapixel ultra wide as well. 13 megapixel front facing camera, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Don't know why they don't really like going above 8 gigabytes of RAM. I've noticed that. 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 gig as well. And you've got 4,360 milliamp hour battery, 66 watt wired charging. That might not tell the full story on how fast it charges. 50 watt wireless charging, that's impressive. Ingress protection IP68. And then you've got the Kirin 9000, but there's no 5G support. All right, let's skip over to the next page where we can actually learn more. This is the product page for Huawei, and this is pretty much in terms of what we're looking at, both the P50. So it's a P50 Pro Legend Reborn. Look at the camera layout. This is very, very distinctive. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's some beastly amount of cameras that's in there. So Leica branded, of course, they've still got that going. And you've got the dual matrix camera design, 120 hertz screen refresh rate, and obviously you've got the IP68 as we established. Not sure how fast it will charge, but 66 watt. Pretty much all that we've gone through, that's here as well. Take a closer look at the pair. Woo! It's looking wavy. It's looking nice. Okay. Right, totally off the charts, they say. So we've got cocoa gold, pearl white, charm pink, golden black. Yeah, I always find it interesting how they come up with the names of these devices, but you know what, we'll rock with it. I like the golden black. I like the gold accents on the black one. That's calling to me still, I can't lie to you. Lighter weight, cool. Obviously big screen that's in there. You've got a single hole punch this time around rather than a pill shape, which I prefer. Yeah, this is looking like what we should really be getting. Something that they're calling, in terms of the high frame rate, PWM dimming control, interesting. IP60 68. Yep. All colors. And then you've got the zoom capabilities, which is something that they really showcased, and they were the ones that really brought that periscope zoom technology forward. How are we looking? Let's get this out of the way. Interesting. Elegant outside, powerful inside, full confident. Qualcomm. This is so interesting that they've got a Qualcomm chip in the P50, not the Pro, or potentially it's in the Pro based on what region. But when we say that, is it going to be coming out anywhere else apart from China because it's running Harmony OS? I don't know. But it's their first foray into Harmony OS, right? So it's interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. Let's look at the P50 quickly. P50 pretty much is based around that same principle as well, right? But it's a 6.5 inch display and it's 90 hertz this time. Still retains the IP68. You've got a slightly smaller battery at 4,100 milliamp. Same charging speed. No mention of wireless charging. Single hole punch. And you've got a times 80x maximum zoom range. Right. You got the three colors there: cocoa gold, pearl white, golden black. Golden black is definitely something I'm feeling. I like the gold accents on the black. Yeah, IP68, cool. Unless we've missed anything, definitely we've got Qualcomm 888, slightly smaller capacity battery there. And if we look at the specs, right, interesting. Okay, so this is the screen resolution, 2700 by 1224. Always very weird in terms of the resolution, but I'm guessing that's going to be the same resolution for the Pro as well. You've got the Snapdragon 888, but it's a 4G variant. Don't know how they've been able to do that, because Qualcomm were adamant on making sure that they package the 888 as a 5G system on a chip, because it has the embedded modem in there rather than a separate one like what they did previously. Interesting. I find that very interesting. Obviously rear camera, we've got the 50 megapixel true chroma camera, f1.8 aperture, 30 megapixel ultra wide, f2.2, 12 megapixel telephoto, which is very interesting. Support up to 8K, and it shows you the slow motion. Don't know if it supports 4K in terms of the selfie. It looks like it does, which is good. Thank you very much. I'm glad finally. But yeah, no 5G. Bluetooth 3.2, 5.2. It's just looking par for the course. Let's go back to the specifications and have a look at the P50. Let's go back. This is the P50 Pro. So we're looking at the P50 Pro, and again, it's only like a 4 pixel difference. Instead of 1224, it's 1228 because of the slightly bigger display, but 120 hertz. Hopefully you can do both of them at the same time, I'm guessing, because of the newer chipset. Yeah. So this is the Pro, but it's labeling the Snapdragon 888 instead of the Kirin 9000. I find this very interesting. So it's a quad camera system here. Main camera is 50 megapixels. Then there's a 40 megapixel true chroma camera as well, f1.8. And then you've got the monochrome f1.6. They brought the monochrome back. 30 megapixel ultra wide f2.2, 64 megapixel telephoto camera f3.5. Is that really a telephoto? Okay. Digital, optical, and hybrid zoom. Interesting. Front camera is 30 megapixels. All right. We'll jump to GSM Arena very quickly, just to scan to see if there's anything that we should be expecting. Obviously, hybrid sim as expected. Yeah, the resolution is only a 4 difference, and he's got Harmony OS 2.0. Now you see on GSM Arena, it's saying that the chipset for the Pro model is labeled as the Kirin 9000 5nm, but you've also got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5nm. Now, because this is Harmony OS, maybe they're looking to bring this out in other places apart from just China. And we got a quick article from The Verge. Snapdragon 888 Harmony OS. And then we've got, they've announced their phones for the Chinese market. So I wanted to establish that companies' major phones to launch with Harmony OS. It's come a little bit later. Yeah, usually they bring it out a bit earlier in the year. It's come out a bit later, but I don't know with their situation. It's no real rush. These sanctions mean that obviously there's still no Google services that is on there, right? In fact, according to Huawei, the P50 doesn't run Android at all, thanks to its own Harmony OS software. The extent to which Harmony is exactly distinct from Android is a point of contention. However, following reports, this is effectively a fork in Android's open source. Okay. Right. US sanctions have meant that not every P series uses Huawei's own Kirin chipsets. Yeah, 888. Wow. And it's interesting because of that. 4G by removing the 5G. Okay, wow. I'm shocked that we're able to actually do that for them. So it's a bespoke 888 that has a 4G capabilities and not 5G. And P series cameras with their interesting feature housed within a 2 circular bumps. Yeah, very, very distinctive. But it's very similar, right? It's very similar. So price in terms of conversion, they're saying that it's going to be available 12th of August in China. Huawei says that this the first models will shift with the Kirin 9000, which models follows after with the Qualcomm models after. Interesting. I think with the conversion with what they have, because it's only China based, it's about what, £800, 800 euros. Not sure about imports and stuff. Right. This is very, 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 very interesting. I can't lie. Whew. All right. Let me bring my take onto this, right? I respect what Huawei are doing. This looks par for the course, and it looks like it's everything that is Huawei's signature dish in terms of pushing everything forward hardware-wise, showcasing what they bring with their P series when it comes to photography. I like it. I like what I'm seeing there overall. I really do. I don't want to sound like a sour grape. I don't want to be like, oh, what's the point? It's just, I just feel for them. I really feel for what they've gone through. But away from what they've gone through, if I'm looking at the devices itself, as someone that prefers hardware, I love what I'm seeing. I still do wish that their resolutions were kind of like set properly, as in proper 1440p, but that's just me being exactly specific. But with the price of the conversions that you're getting, it looks to be very, very good value. I don't know how easy it is going to be to import. We don't know the implications of using Harmony OS, what native software that they're going to be doing to like replace the Google equivalent. But hardware-wise, it looks good. Cameras look good. Again, I would love to run it for a camera comparison, man. So anyone at Huawei that sees it, definitely bring it through. We'll review it over at the Lover of Tech channel. Yeah, it's both are looking solid. Both are looking solid overall. I like what I'm seeing. If I'm looking at the phones itself, and I'm liking that that gold black color, like with the gold accents and the black. Yeah. I wish them the best. I hope somehow this phone breaks through. And it's a shame. It's like you look back at the Huawei Nexus phones that they used to make. It's so crazy that Huawei were part of the Nexus program making phones for Google. Then all of a sudden, no Google Play services. It's just how times have just changed, right? In just half a decade. So yeah. I don't really have much else to say apart from the fact that, you know what, yes, it's impressive. I like the look of it. It's really good. And I hope the P50 series pops off, even with its restrictions on having Google Play services. But yeah, that's my take on the Huawei P50 series on the cut down. You enjoy this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos.